Quilt people of America! How's everybody today? I am, well, you know I'm always excited, but today I'm like super excited because like some of that I've been working on and, a lot of this is the same reason why I can't always, post, a lot of fresh content and stuff like this because I'm working on stuff behind the scenes. So I know sometimes it gets a lot of fluff and filler. But, it's what I got to post in order to be able to continue to work on projects like this from Quilty Box. If you don't know about this subscription service, check it out. It is so much fun. I've been getting it probably for about 6 months now. And every month you get a box, right? Like this. And it is full of fun stuff. And each month is, they highlight a different artist, right? An artist spotlight. So this month, it's me. That's so fun. I can't believe it. It's just really nice to get kudos when you're working for so long. Like I've been working, at this for 20 years. To be recognized in this manner is really super meaningful. So I appreciate that. To all of our new friends who are just discovering me through Quilty Box, I don't recommend you watch me. I can't guarantee that any of it will make sense, but I can guarantee that it'll be fun. So let's look at the Quilty Box and see what's in it for this month, just so you can get an idea of what to expect if you do subscribe. All right? So first we have, all right, it comes with this little like magazine type thing, and it has a bunch of things as far as like some patterns and things like that, and all of, a little bit about me and, what I do and things like that. Plus this pattern, which is Crossplay. I think this is super interesting, and I've never really seen this before, but then again, I don't get out much. Which is the whole idea for this quilt is that the centerpiece, the cross, right, in the middle, which is essentially... right, this part here, is whole cloth. So it's a way of doing a 9-patch, but the 5, in the center of the 9-patch are whole cloth. Ideal for fussy cutting or anything like that. I'd love to see a whole quilt made out of this where the crosses are like all different images and stuff like this. So if you ever wanted to insert a whole cloth cross in the middle of your 9-patch, this is the one for you. And I'll get into that in a bit, but let's see what else is in the box. So, besides the booklet and the pattern and all that good stuff, by the way, what comes in here is just the smaller version, kind of the like lap quilt. Let me show you. So, it's this size, right? You get enough fabric in the box for this, obviously not for the backing, but I think you'll have enough for the binding. All right, so this size quilt is, you have enough fabric in here to make that project. Okay, so from my pottery line of fabrics from Wyndham Fabrics, you get a whole bunch of fabrics in here, almost the entire collection, right? And so, beyond that, you get this really, oh my gosh, this color of thread is gorgeous. I love it. Goes with my fabrics really well. And then you get some other fun things, some needles, some Sew Tight Dots, magnetic sewing pins. That's pretty cool. And a little specialty ruler, and then my ruler. I actually had never seen this until it showed up in the box. So I'm curious to try it out, see if it really does work. I hope it does. We shall see. So, anyhow, let's put this stuff aside, and then I'll show you a little bit more about Crossplay and my ideas behind that, and also how to use this specialty ruler, okay? So for the ruler, what we're going to be doing is focusing on this center cross. That's the whole cloth cross that I'm talking about. So if you want it, you'll notice it's not pieced, right? This is one solid piece. And so what I wanted to do is to create a ruler. And so when you get it, it looks like this. There's a backing on it, right? Kind of a paper backing that you're going to have to remove, which I'll do in a second because I can't seem to do it right now. But what you're going to do essentially is once the piece is cut out, you put this over here, and these dots right here, that's what I'm focusing on. This is the edge of your fabric, which you can quickly identify, but this little dot here is where you sew to, right? And not beyond, because if you sew beyond it, you're not going to be able to piece this thing in very easily. And then you sew along this straight line as well. But let's take a look at that. Again, we're focusing on the whole cloth cross in the middle of this block. All right, now that I've removed the paper from the back of the ruler, I'm hoping that you can see that it's very, see-through, so I'm not sure that you can. But I'm going to show you how to use it, and I'm going to be marking it in a Sharpie just so that you can see it on video. Okay, don't do this in real life. Okay, so you cut an 8-inch square, right? And then you place the ruler over there, and then you mark, right, where the kind of cutouts are here, right? And where the dashes are is where you're going to cut, okay? So mark that where the dashes are for quick reference to cut that corner out, right? We're going to be cutting those corners out to piece in the gray. All right, so I have the dashes marked, and again, that's where we're cutting. And then these circles, that's where you're going to sew to, right, when you're piecing in the gray corners. All right, so now that I have it marked, you can see here, that's where it is. There's the dot, and then there. And then back up again here. Oh, excuse me, the dot is here, right? And then you can see it here. Let me actually do it on the back side just so that you can see it more clearly. Okay, so same thing here. You're going to mark the dashes to cut, right? And then put this dot right there for where you're going to sew to, which is 1/4 inch, right beyond that. Okay, and there you go. Just that simple. Right? So now you know exactly what to cut out and exactly where to sew to. And I thought that was a pretty cool idea. I hadn't seen a ruler like this. So now that I have the dashes in place, right, I essentially can line that up and then cut it out. Okay. So that you're not constantly measuring, but you can just do this real quick. All right, come on, let go. And then this one as well. Easy, right? Okay, now you can see how we're going to piece in the gray, which also comes in your packet of fabrics, right? The next step before you try and insert the gray is to cut the corner diagonally to that dot, right? That's 1/4 inch beyond those marked. So that when you're piecing this in, right, because you're going to put this together like this, and you're going to sew with 1/4 inch seam allowance down to here, right? And then you're going to just sew to this dot, right? So I'd suggest sewing it like this so that you can see clearly, sew to that dot and not beyond. Okay, and then once you have that done, then you're going to flip it over and do this side as well. Okay, so I hope that that's clear how to use the ruler. Let me show you what it looks like in various steps of piecing it in. All right, so you can see that I have sewn the first, right, pass down here to the dot. And so the gray is on the other side. Of course, they're face to face. And now I'm going to iron this open, right? And you can see why we wanted to cut this here, right? Just so that when we go to sew the other side, did you see how I did that, right? So you do this side, right, first, just like this. And then once that's ironed open, then you grab these two sides and essentially do the same thing and sew down here to this dot as well. And then this piece will be fully pieced in like that, okay? All right, so again, really quickly, the idea of the ruler is to help you identify this point here so you know where to sew to and then where to sew to as well here so that you can quickly insert that piece in. So that's how to use the specialty ruler. And in the little booklet that you get with Quilty Box, just go to quiltybox.com, right? You have the pattern for both the smaller one and the larger one, like I said. So I hope that you enjoy inserting a whole cloth cross into your 9 patches. This one is 8 inches cut, with the blocks being 2.5 inches finished. Okay, and so that's what we're working on now. The majority of my YouTube posts are kind of moving forward, just following what I'm doing, whereas before it was more tutorial style. If you're just new to Quilting Cowboy, check me out on Quilting Cowboy at Quilting Cowboy is my channel there, and also on Facebook, facebook.com/Quilting Cowboy. And so I hope to see you there. You can always reach me personally at quiltingcowboy@gmail.com, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.